We're back on Morning Line. Thanks for joining us. Nick Barris with Barbara McGinnis. We're talking elder care law. If you have a question or comment, 737-7587. Barbara, we've got Charlie on line 2. Charlie, good morning.
Good morning.
How can we help you, Charlie?
Yes, sir. I'm disabled. I'm 50 years old, and about 5 years ago, I got my toe got cut out with a lawnmower, and my back it was crushed in the machine at work. Yeah. And I've been on the wait list for Section 8 for 5 years, and no one found me housing yet. And I applied for the Metro houses, and for a high rise, no one contacted me for the housing. And I done stayed at the mission, stayed with families, stayed in in-laws. Well, I'm trying to find a roof over my head, and I'm disabled, and I barely can get around and walk. And I really need a caseworker, someone can help me. I don't know who can, but I need help. Okay,
and you're on Social Security disability?
Yes, sir.
Did you get any workers' comp for hurting yourself on the job, do you know?
Yes, sir. That was about 7 years ago, and the factory, Mountain City Meats, they closed down over there on Army Drive.
Okay, and so all that money's gone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, again, hang on. It's hard, the situation he's dealing with.
Well,
it's kind of what you talked about before.
But we were talking about, he comes closer to meeting the criteria for like an independent living, or maybe even the beginning of an assisted living, because he said he had a hard time getting around. Right. He has some more physical needs. Again, there are limits to Section 8 in terms of how many houses are available. I can't imagine that it takes 5 years, but I don't deal with that on a regular basis. So you know, that may be a legal aid or a Tennessee Justice Center question as well. Okay. But a possibility of there being some sort of caseworker through his Medicare provider, especially a lot of times a Medicare Advantage, something what we're all familiar with in this area would be HealthSpring, Cigna HealthSpring. They have case managers that are assigned to their clients, and they may be able to help. Now, that may just be a little bit outside of their scope, but obviously caring about someone also involves making sure that they have a safe and secure roof over their head.
Absolutely.
There is another particular facility that it's Nashville Christian Towers.
Okay.
And they're a sliding scale income. They may not have availability, of course. I'm sure they stay pretty full, but they're in that Murfreesboro Road area of downtown Nashville. Okay.
I think I know where that is. And you know, we mentioned earlier too, sometimes if there's legal questions, I wanted to give out the Legal Aid Society number as well. I'm not sure if Charlie, they'd be in a position to help you. I don't know if there's legal issues with you getting into Section 8 or where you're going. But
or even Council on Aging, just to refer additional housing alternatives.
Yeah, but the legal aid numbers, it's toll free. It's 1-800-238-1443. And I mentioned that now. I know you didn't have your pen and paper. I'll give it again at the end of the program. So, yeah, these housing issues are tough ones. I don't know. I think about these seniors who are alone and on fixed income and have a disability, and they have no place to go, and it's just, whew, scary.
It is scary.
It's a tough situation. All right, you've got a list there for us. What do you got?
My top estate planning mistakes, 4 of them. My top 4 estate planning mistakes. Okay.
All right.
Number 4. Putting it off, not doing it, not having an estate plan. People that come in without having the documents that they need. Now, obviously, I'm glad they're coming in without documents that they need so they can get the documents they need, but putting it off, thinking, I'll do it later. I don't need it now. Well, we never know because life gives us a lot of surprises. So don't put it off.
Don't put it off too long. All right. If you're okay in your 30s, is that okay to put it off?
Well, I think.
When do you start?
Yes, you start as soon as you're an adult, basically. Okay. You know, as soon as you have a spouse, children, you have anything you want to protect, whether that's people in your life or assets in your life. you need to put together a plan. As soon as you start caring about who's going to make decisions for you, if you can't make decisions for yourself, that's when you need to start planning.
Okay, I'm behind the
Are you
eight ball.
behind?
No, I'm sure I am. Go on. I've got some stuff. I don't know all that goes into estate planning, but let's hear number 2.
Number 3.
Oh, number 3, I'm sorry.
Not making sure that your beneficiary designations match the plan in your will. A lot of times people think that the will, their last will and testament, trumps. And in fact, you may have designations for beneficiaries in your IRAs or life insurance policies that will control. So, for example, my will may say that all to my children in equal shares, but my life insurance policy is still made out to my ex-husband. I never changed it.
Okay.
That's a problem.
Better be on the numbers. Good advice. Okay.
All right. So
Makes
making
sense.
sure your beneficiary designations are current. And the other thing with IRA beneficiaries, just in particular, it's best for that not to be my estate, because that could have some real negative tax implications.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Number 2, putting a child on an account for convenience sake without thinking about the fact that you've created a joint ownership. So this happens all the time. Mom comes in, she's put daughter, maybe she's put all her children on her bank accounts, and it's done for convenience sake so they can write checks. Well, a power of attorney would allow them to do that. But if you've put someone on as a co-owner on a financial account with you, then when you pass away, that account belongs to this co-owner now.
Okay.
It's not going to pass by your will.
So, and why would you put someone on there as a co-owner? Why would Mom say she's a co-owner? I mean, is there a reason why not just you're on there?
Use the power of attorney? Well, a lot of times I think people see it as convenience. You know, it makes it easy for them. Maybe because it's doesn't cost anything to put someone on, to go to the bank and add this person on my account, as opposed to going and developing legal documents.
I see.
I've even heard some people say that the bank encourages them to do that so they don't get caught up in the hassle of probate and the accounts freezing. So while that has a nugget of truth to it, you still need to be careful about all your unintended consequences.
Okay.
Okay. And number 1, giving your house away. People want to give their house away.
I know. For a lot of different reasons.
For a lot of different reasons. And I would put that down as my number 1 estate planning mistake, because there are just so many better ways of doing that. If your goal is to make sure that it transfers smoothly at death without probate, well, there's ways to do that. Perhaps a trust would be a good way to do that. If your worry is so the government doesn't get it in case you need long-term care in a nursing home, then there's also ways to do that other than giving your house away. But it's kind of like that whole
worried about the government not getting it. I know that's your house, but you know what? You have assets. You should have to pay for it. Just because you have a house and you want to give it to family and you want to be on the government lam, you know, for them picking up the tab for you, that doesn't work. Now, if you give it away, isn't it a 5-year wait period or something like that?
If you want to give it away, it's a 5-year look back
I mean,
on
you should
anything
have to pay for the care. Why should you get it for free if you have assets?
Well, a house is an exempt asset if we're applying for a Medicaid benefit, so they're entitled to a homestead. And so I think a lot of times people...
Yeah, but not nursing home.
Yeah.
No, if you give your home away 1 year before you go to nursing home, you're paying the nursing home.
If you give it away, but if you keep the home...
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking
it's an
about
exempt asset. Yeah, so lots of reasons for not giving away the home. One, if we're trying to age in place, we may need to use the equity in the home to pay for care to stay at home.
Right.
Okay. There may be tax consequences of giving the house away, and I'm not talking about gift tax. It may be an appreciation. The basis in your home may be a problem. Of course, it's still a tax gift reporting situation because most houses are worth more than $14,000.
Sure. Right.
I think a tax relief may go away for an elder that they're qualified for if they give the house to their children. Then your home that you are so intent on protecting now becomes subject to the creditors of your children, even subject to division in divorce.
Right.
So lots of reasons not to just give your house away. Lots of things that we can do to help protect the home, but still protect the resident in the home as well.
Yeah, that's just a great point. And I'm glad you went over those 4, because these are great examples of exactly how an elder law attorney can help you get through this, set it up, and then you no longer have to worry about it, and just things you talked about. And guess what? If you're at home thinking, wow, what's she talking about? I'm the same way. I haven't done everything she just said. I need to get on the ball. It's smart to do that. Remind folks where your office is.
Our office is in Hendersonville, Tennessee. We're at 201 Walton Ferry Road in Hendersonville. And there's a lot of information on our website, which is www.10-elderlaw.com. Wealth of information on the law site, including a place to type in more questions.
Yeah.
So that we can continue asking questions after this. The other thing that I would stress about estate planning is it's not a one and done. It's a process.
Yeah.
It's not something you can just do and check off your box and never have to think about again.
You kind of stick with it, yeah.
You continue as things change in your life. There may be something that needs to change about your plan.
Barbara, thank you. The other time is you can watch us and answer questions here. And of course, Elder Care Law Hour on Fridays at 9 o'clock.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on. Tell Tim I said hi, and we will see you again soon, all right?
Absolutely.
Take a break. A programming note, including more contact information for them right after this. Stay with us.